Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. I'm Dola for Janet, and please do well to subscribe. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for joining again. And from the title today, we'll be talking about top 5 soft skills young people need. Yes, there's a lot going on about in-demand skills, technical skills, hard skills, so skills that you need to get at this time and age. Learn graphics, learn coding, learn web design, learn UI UX, all those skills, whatever skills, even the course that you studied in university, however it is. But then where we don't look at is the soft skill part that are very, very important, not only for professional or career wise, even in our personal lives. We need to know how to use these soft skills and harness them. So we're going to do justice to top 5 soft skills personally, and also you will resonate by the time we start talking about them. You will know that okay, it is needed, this is very much needed. And without any further ado, let's jump right. Soft skills are personal skills and people skills, interpersonal skills that are very important for your ability to interact with yourself and other people in other space very well. So they are transferable skills. They are skills that you can learn. The way you learn your technical skills, the way you learn how to write, the way you learn how to design, the way you learn how to code, you can also learn soft skills. So they are not actually inbuilt. Some of them are inbuilt. You still have to harness them, you still have to practice them. But then again, they are very, very important, not for only your personal day-to-day life, also in your career, in your professional space. I'm going to be doing justice to this top 5 skills I'm going to be sharing with you today. But before I do that, let's just list as many as we know, top skills, soft skills that we know. I've been saying top skills, soft skills that we know. And I'll start with personal awareness, transferable skills like leadership, flexibility, ability to work under pressure. These are things that you don't learn, like they are not hard skills, they are not technical skills. There are things that they are soft. I can just say that there are people skills and personal skills, your time management, your effective communication, your leadership skills. I've said that, your flexibility, emotional intelligence, creativity and critical thinking, your employability skills. You want to get employed, you want to have a job, you want to get a job. There are some skills that you need to know. You need to know how to write a CV, you need to know how to write an email, you need to know how to do all of those things. And it happens that you get to learn them. Some of them they won't teach you in school, they might not teach you in a particular course in school, but you get to learn them, and that's why this space is here for you. What's also to do on this channel. So the next one is personal effectiveness. Personal effectiveness is very, very important and very broad because it says a lot about you. Yes, there are many other soft skills that are there, but this talks about your personal awareness and effectiveness, your ability to impact other people, your ability to understand yourself, understand your own space, understand your emotions, your feelings, and be able to interpret it, and also understand how people feel you, how people see you. This is very important because if you are not self-aware, if you are not self-aware and of your emotions, your strengths, your feelings, your weaknesses, then you can just behave irrationally because you really have not gotten yourself, you have not understood yourself well. So personal awareness, this is where your self-confidence also comes from, your self-esteem also comes from when you know yourself very well, when you are in touch with yourself, you are in touch with your process of growth, your process of thinking, you are in touch with it very, very well. Some of us, we tend to get to a particular age in life that we become more aware of ourselves, but in that stage, some things can influence you not being aware of yourself. Maybe the kind of space you are in, the kind of community or the kind of friends that you have can influence you not being aware of yourself very well. So personal awareness and effectiveness is very important because if you don't know yourself, you will not understand how people treat you the way they treat you. But you being personal, I'm using awareness, effectiveness, it's just they are all encompassed together. Your personal effectiveness is you knowing your values, knowing the things that you stand for. When those values are being truncated or being bashed or being tampered with, you will know that this does not align with my value. Maybe something that you really value is being early. You are very very early. You go to work early, you go to class early, you go attend meetings early, you do everything early. If you have someone close to you that makes you go late, you might not be want to be close to that person. Not as if you have issue with the person, not as if the person has any bad character, but it's just that there's a particular value that you really uphold, that's being early, and then that the other person doesn't have. You see that you start finding yourself having issue with that person. It's not necessarily that the person is bad or that the person is not a good person, or you yourself you are bad, but if you get to understand yourself whether, okay, I'm this kind of person and I get to have a friend who is like this, so it's now for you to, if place of personal effectiveness, this soft skill that will help you understand that, okay, this is how I am, this is how this person is, how can I now work with this person so I will not clash. If I know that this is how this person, then I will communicate to the person. Communication, that's another soft skill. I'll communicate to the person and let the person understand, oh, I don't like going late, this is how I am. And sometimes you tend to come down to the person's level. That's you being, so when the person talk to you too much, I say you too they do or something, like you will understand them, you understand where they are coming from. So it's your ability to see yourself and also see how people see you. Your self-confidence will not be tampered with in this kind of thing, because you know this is how I am and I get to understand you. I know the point you are coming from. That's just an example, by the way. So it's very very important that you get to personally be aware of yourself, and in this space you can build your confidence and all of that. I have a free training, introduction to soft skills for beginners. The link is in the description. It's completely free. It's on Seller. You can just click on it to get a full package on what it means. I grouped the first 3 important soft skills into modules, so you can get to even test yourself afterwards and see how well you are done. The second soft skills I'm going to mention is time management. Yes, time management. I don't even know how we get to this point that we're in a time and age that time is very important to us. We understand that, but then again, we still find ourselves whiling away time, doing things we are not supposed to be doing, or spending too much time on things we are not supposed to do. Time management is also a very very important soft skill that needs to be learned. You knowing what to do, like you understand yourself, you're personally effective, then you need to understand how to manage your time. If not, if you don't manage your time very well, if you don't learn this soft skill very well, it can even affect your self-esteem, because you find yourself wasting time on things you're not supposed to do, and then you start feeling bad about yourself. You start seeing yourself in some kind of way that you don't like because you didn't manage your time very well. And many of you have ever felt so bad that you're supposed to do something, but you found yourself scrolling through Instagram and you wasted time. If you are there, I've also been there before, and I can relate, right? It's time management that if you don't get to manage your time very well, your day-to-day activities, your tasks, things that you want to do, if you don't plan ahead of time, then you are going to definitely have issue with managing your time. So management of time starts from the day before. I learned that recently, that you get to manage your time by starting before you go to bed tonight. Plan what you want to do tomorrow. At least the major things that you know must be done, write it down. Writing down will also help you. If you check this free material I have for you, you see how I grouped, how you can even know your values, how you can manage your time. Write those things down. If you have a journal, just write 4 things that you need to do tomorrow. It might be so basic as I need to wash. Yes, write it down. Just write it down, so that by the time you put time to it also, okay, I need to wash between this hour and this hour. Yes, you know life is not balanced. Things can come into your day and just scatter it. But then again, if you have a structured, okay, this is what I need to do, and you did not do it, you know that, okay, I needed to do this yesterday, I didn't do it then, I need to do it the next. So that's how you manage your time. Or I needed to do this hour, I didn't do it then, okay, in the next few hours, once I'm done with this part, I get to do it. So manage your time very well and reward yourself when you manage your time. And one thing I do as a student is when I'm studying and I get to focus for a while, like I focus for a long period of time, that I have time to myself to focus on. I reward myself with a drink, or reward yourself. If you get to tick all your boxes in a day, then reward yourself, pat yourself, oh, you did well today. It's released some hormones like dopamine in your body. You know that you want to do that thing, you want to keep up to time again. So there are 4 ways also you can also delegate your tasks. You can also divide your tasks. Rather, there are some tasks that you need to do, the do tasks, then the delegate tasks, the delay tasks, and the delete tasks. So these are 4. There are some that you need to do. Tasks that has to do about your health. Maybe you need to visit the doctor. You don't wait. You don't delay those kind of things. Things that has to do with your work, you need to get to do them. Things that has to do with your academics, you need to do them. Some you need to delay them. It's not now. Yes, you need to watch movie, you need to take your time, but you have exams, so you can delay those kind of things. It's not a task if you ask me, but you want to visit someone, you can delay some kind of task. Then there are some you delegate. Yes, you give someone to help you do it. You know someone who can do this. If you're already into a lot of things and you already have income coming for you, so you can delegate a task that takes your time from making money. Let's say your laundry now, you don't have time to do laundry again, because what you are doing now, when you give your laundry out to someone, is a productive thing, then you can give your laundry out instead of thinking, oh, I have to do laundry myself, I have to cook myself. You can delegate some tasks. As long as while you have that time to yourself, you're able to do the important things that will even maybe bring an income, if it's income part you are looking for at that time for you. So now the delete tasks, there are some things you just delete from your list. They are not necessary, they are not important. That's why you need to write. If you write them down, you know, okay, this is important, I can do this next month, I can do this, I need to do this now, okay, I can give this to someone, that's delegating, and then this is not necessary, and nobody will die if you did not do it. So these are very, very important in managing your time as a young person. The next skill I'm talking about is communication, effective communication. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. I can't even overemphasize, because you get to find yourself in spaces that you need to communicate. You need to communicate how you found. Communication is when the person you are giving that information understands what you are saying. You get to be, what's the word now? Communication is the person you are talking to understands what you are talking to. Not you think the person understands. But I remember, if I'm talking to someone, I'll tell the person, do you understand me? You say yes. I'll say, yeah, tell me what I told you. Tell it to me, so I will know whether the person understood what I'm saying, or the person is just the person just took what I said as another thing. So communication is very, very important. It's very, very key for a young person, and you find yourself in spaces that you need to write emails. Email is a form of communication. You need to know how to write your email. You need to put regards. You want to attach a document. How you compose your email. How you write messages. How you type. These are ways we communicate. How you talk to people too. It's also a communication skill. So it's not only in career, you also need it in a personal life. How you communicate to people, that another person will not misinterpret what you said. And you also get feedback too. When someone speaks to you, try and understand, okay, this is what this kind of person this. So you feel some people, they don't get angry at some kind of things. It's because they understand where the person is coming from. And that's also emotional intelligence, which is also a soft skill, is also part of this. So you understand, okay, this is what this person is trying to say. I'm the one taking it this way. You are so effective in yourself. That's your personal awareness. You know that, okay, this is me taking it this way. That's not what actually the person means. But it's how the person now sends the message. So how you send your messages is also important. When I say messages, you're speaking, the way you speak, your body language also says a lot. When in time and age that Zoom meetings are, they are Zoom meetings, online meetings. So you may not even meet the person, you may not even talking to someone in person, but your body language also matters, right? The way you look also matters. It's also a way of communication. The way you speak, the way you type your messages. You want to pitch a client, or a graphic designer, you want to pitch a client, but you can't communicate well with the client. The client is saying A, you are saying B, or you can't understand the client communicating to you. So you are in a team. Teamwork is also a soft skill, okay? You are in a team and you can't communicate well with the other people in the team. You guys will have issue. You won't be able to achieve the goal for that team. So communication is very, very broad. And how do you know if you are communicating? First thing is to start with accept what the person has said. Okay, the person said A, okay, very good. Then you acknowledge what the person has said. Okay, you may not even accept it. Maybe you don't what the person said or the feedback the person gave. I'm talking about, let's say, in the workspace now. The feedback person gave or the work the person did, you acknowledge it. Okay, thank you very much for this presentation, thank you very much for this feedback, thank you very much for this design. Then you cannot bring your criticism in. Okay, I feel this and this and this and this should have been added. Or you can't remind the person, don't you think when the lead team was talking, he said this and this and this and this should be done. You bring it in and then you appreciate again at the end. So it's like a sandwich. You acknowledge, you bring your criticism or your information, whatever you want to give. Then at the end of the day, you put in acknowledgements again. That's why when you start an email, you say yes sir. You put whatever your message in the middle, and then you end with the regards also. So that's communication. You don't just come and just outrightly. So let's try to practice this even in our day-to-day activities with our friends. Yes, some of us are guilty of this. Just meet and just talk and just do. And no, if you try and practice it, it will enter your workspace. When you get to work, when someone is talking to you in a kind of way, you receive it. Then you can say, okay, this thing you said, it's not supposed to be like that, and this and this and this. You communicate effectively. You be articulate. That's the word I want to remember. Articulation is you being able to see what is in your mind very well, and someone that you are saying it to will understand it. So you use the right words, the right vocabularies, the vocabularies the person can even understand. Okay, the person is someone that is in a lesser, not say lesser, but the person don't understand a lot of words that you use. So why then start sharing big vocabulary if the person cannot understand what you are saying? So come down to the person's level. Okay, this is what I'm saying, this is what I need you to do, this is what I need you to understand. Communication is very, very important. It's very, very key in our day-to-day. You are in sales, you are in marketing, you are in content creation. You need to communicate with your audience. You need to know what to say and how to say it also. And also when someone communicates to you, communication is two-way. It's receiving and also giving back. So if the person you are giving to has not gotten the message, then you have not communicated. You send a message on WhatsApp, it went, but the person is not online. That means the person is not in a space to receive the information you gave. So the person received the information and sent a feedback, hi, and then communication can go on. So that's effective communication. The next soft skill I'll be mentioning is flexibility or adaptability. So how do I explain it? As a young person, you need to be flexible. You need to know how to adapt to certain conditions in wherever you find yourself, because we always have this mentality of, I want to work in this kind of environment, or this is what I want, this is how I want. Sometimes the process that you have to go through in life, you might not find yourself in that kind of environment you want to work. Maybe immediately you leave school or wherever you find yourself. It might take time for you to get to that space. So you need to have to adapt to situations. In a workspace that you are not getting all the things that you expected, but then try and adapt. Even if it's just for, okay, give yourself, okay, I'm giving myself 3 months, I'm giving myself 6 months. Let me see if I can adapt. Because you can even find yourself in another country, in another state, in another space where the people, you need to adapt. That's just the word, adapt. Learn how to adapt, because we are soft people. Gen Z, we like soft life, and we're not anything. I'm out, like, period. It's okay, it's fine. Of course, when the environment is too toxic, and once toxic, please leave that toxic environment. So like I'm saying, learn to adapt to things. There are some things that you just have to adapt to. You just have to learn. Be flexible also. Know that, okay, I was hired to be or I was hired in this place to do this particular work. But they started throwing you some tasks that is not part of your job, and you are in entry level. You are just a beginner.
Hi guys, so this editing Dolako Janet, and I discovered that I lost a particular clip, the ending part of this video, because this is actually the final part. I'm so sorry, but here I was just wrapping up on flexibility and adaptability as a soft skills. Thank you so much for watching. There's a full and free gift for you in the description on A Beginner's Guide to Soft Skills is free and it's available. Please click the link and go and grab yours. It's completely free. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. Like this video. Please comment and share with your friends. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.